Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today I'm going to work more on this digital piece that I've been working on for the past week or so. It's a Warhammer character, a Druchii, which I believe are that world's dark elves. This guy is a warrior. He's almost done. I've gotten all the color put on, I've got the shading done on most everything. There's just a few areas left. The last thing I was working on was the metal parts on the sword and on this halberd. And I was getting really tired last time. I wasn't feeling confident with the sword, but I think it looks pretty good now. So I just need to put highlights on it, and then I will... Actually, maybe I'll do the shadow on this first and then move on highlights on both, so I can do highlights on a separate layer. Then after that, ooh, and I can't forget this little thing at the bottom. After that, all that's left is this shield, and then adding these little details. So there needs to be a snake on this shield, and I think it's supposed to be in the shape of a Z, but when we get there I will try to remember to open the file that has all the explanations of these details. And then I also need to add this demonic script to his helmet, and I have a reference image for a demonic script, so it won't just look like I made something up, because I'm not very good at that. When I was a kid, I would try to make up alphabets or whatever, and they look so silly. So I found one that looked legit. So for now, let's start on this. Let's see, let's look at my layers. Yeah, I'm doing the shading on the metal layer. That includes the shield's metal as well. So let's just stick with doing all the shading, and then we'll go back and do highlighting on all this stuff. I better pull the colors from here just to make sure I've got the right color. Oh, so I'm using Photoshop again, and also assisted by Lazy Nezumi Pro to smooth my lines. I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat Kiki is playing with her little ball toy. Ball in a track. I'm glad the cats have been feeling comfortable enough in our temporary lodgings to play again. Let's see. The shaft of this halberd and this wrapping here both have a line going down, shadow line, so I'll do the same here. Nope, that eraser is too big. Let's get a smaller eraser. Okay, let's continue this up, but I'm going to do my shift trick. Click, and you hold down shift and click again at the top. Let's make it go wide since it's a cone shape. Yeah, that's looks good. And maybe I will erase. I'll do the same trick. Click where I want to erase, click where I want it to end, and it'll do a straight line. Yep, that's really good. Oh man, my back hurts. I did body pump class yesterday morning. It didn't feel like I worked that hard, but today it's like, dang, I must have. Everything is sore, but that's good because that means I'm getting stronger. Alright, I'm gonna copy this darker color. And get my brush back. I'm gonna do, let's see, I didn't really do it anywhere on there, so I'm just gonna go. Oops, nope. I need it to line up. It's kind of rough. Let's do a smooth, nice smooth one. Come on. Oh, that's good. Here. Oh, nope. Come on, line up good. Yeah, line up good. Yeah, line up. Yep, and then we'll do some here, here, here. Doing this kind of shading really makes stuff look like metal. Though I kind of want to do this one again, so it's a little bigger. Yeah, good. I'll leave that like that. Okay, there's still this whole other area. Let's get that lighter shadow color again. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that I can navigate around these curves of this other part of it. Let's see. I'm not sure whether this is a flat piece of metal. That's pretty good. I see a little area where the metal is peeking out past the line, so I'm going to erase that. There. No one will ever notice, but it makes me feel better. Okay. Now this... what am I going to do with this? So this is curving down, so they'll probably... Looks like a whole area where there's no... Where I missed. Dang it. Let me see. Yep, I totally did not fill this stuff in. Okay. Gotta go in here first. Just make sure I'm on the right layer. The metal layer. And let's get a smaller brush. Yeah, I did not even get this. Right here. Here. Dang, I missed a lot of stuff on this. Well, what's nice about doing the clipped layers or grouped layers, depending on which program you're using, when you fill in areas like this, anything that you drew on the grouped layer, so say like this shaded part, even though it might not have shown before, if you made a mark there, it will show up if you fill in something on the base layer. So it's super handy. Grouping or clipping layers is just a really cool thing. Guess I should go check everything on this layer. Oh, yeah, these are sticking out a bit here. Clean that up. Oh, the armor. It's a totally different layer. Unless this is, I think this is on top. Nope, it's not. What? What? Okay. I gotta go to the armor layer. Darn it! I thought I had this all nice and clean. Soon, shush. I don't know if you can hear my doggies barking. He's not barking. He's doing a woof, woof, because he can hear people talking outside of the room. Okay. Got that armor fixed. Okay, back to the metal layer. Cleaning stuff up. And now we've got this big area. I wonder if I missed a bunch of stuff on this. Please no, because this is huge. A little bit. Oops, wrong color. Blast it. There. There. Keep going, keep going. What else? I actually did pretty well. Maybe because this is like the last thing I did. Huh, is that a... I don't know what that is. Okay. What the heck are all these little spots? Is that... Okay, I'm gonna finish checking out the metal layer and then I'm gonna see if that's just area where I neglected to fill in the purple layer. Not seeing anything horribly obvious. Okay, let's go to the shield leather layer. Copy this color. I saw a bunch of little spots. That's like I just missed them. Right here. Yep, it's just spots I missed. Little one here. They're so small, probably no one would notice them, but I notice them. This was a paid commission, so I want to do my very best to work. So even though no one will ever know unless they watch this video, it's still important to me to make sure that I'm earning the fee. There. I think I got them all now. There's tiny little missed spots. Okay. Back to what I was working on before, which was the shading layer. Okay. Now I think that I should just go like this. Just do a big swipe down, because this curved part is going to be in shadow, because my light source is coming from above. And then the inside would be in shadow, I think, for the same reason. Light's coming from above, so this inside part ought to be shadow. I'm going to bring it all the way down. Okay, now I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Maybe I'll bring this up a little more though. Make it nice and sharp. Oops, getting crazy. Dang it, I thought I got everything. Keep finding places I missed. Right here. Little line. There. Got the shading. The shading color. Although, now I'm going to work with the eraser for a little bit. Just want to make this shadow nice and clean. No, not the part I missed. Ah! Still on the eraser. Oh, no, no. I hate it. I hate it how Photoshop does that. Do not do that. If you go back, if you hit undo, it brings you back to the layer you were on too. I wish it wouldn't do that. Okay. Now I think I'm ready. I'm working with the eraser anyway. Let's clean this up so it's like a nice sharp blade, because I believe that's what this is supposed to be. Maybe chop people's heads off or something. I don't know what they do with this curved bit. This was one weapon where the client had an exact picture of what they wanted, so it was really easy for me. Let's do, this needs to be smaller. Okay. That's pretty good. Maybe clean this bottom edge up. Yup. I think that's good. Let's move to the dark color. Do this a little. Oops, I'm still on eraser. Dang it. Okay. Dark color and paintbrush. This little metal shading trick. Do it here too. I want to make it more obvious here because this is a bigger piece of metal. Dang it, I've got to get it to match this curve though. That's great. That's great. Good. Good. I think that's pretty good. Let's back out. Let's back out and see how it looks. Maybe I want that blade. Man, I'm really happy with the color of the armor now. Took 3 different tries to get the color to a point where I liked it, but now every time I look at it, I'm like, ah, yes. That's so good. Looks so nice now. Do trial and error, but it was worth it. That's why it's great to do digital art, because you can just mess with that as much as you want until you get what you like. Maybe I'll bring this down even further. Just starting to think when I back out that the light wouldn't actually hit it all that much on the inside curve. Let's back out and see what that looks like. Yeah, I think I like that better. Now let's go back to that dark shade again. The more I get, the closer I get to finishing this, the happier I get. Because it's so nice to see it all coming together. Dang, can I get this line? Come on, so close. I want it to taper at both ends. I want it to follow this curve. Nope. There, that's good enough. And let's do it here too. I think that's good. Zoom out. It's always good to zoom out because it's the same thing as stepping away from a physical media piece. You know, set it down, look at it from across the room. Zooming out does the same thing, has the same effect. So you can see how everything's working together. I think that's good enough for the shading part. I'm definitely coming back to do a bunch of highlighting on that. But before I forget, I want to do this little thing because it's just all the way down there in the corner, and I'm pretty sure I'll forget about it if I don't do it right now. I'll be like looking at this at the end, like, oh yeah, I'm good, and then I notice, this one little thing I didn't do. No, get it now before I forget. Okay, I need to go up here to copy the shadow color and get on the shading layer. Now this should be pretty simple. Not very big. Not a very big space. In fact, since this is curved down, I think I'll do it like this. Just make this whole thing a shadow here. Let's erase this one a bit. And shadow taper outwards. Expand outwards at the bottom because this expands out. So I want the shadow to expand in the same way. Now I need that darker shadow. Dang it. Darker shadow. I don't know about that. Dang it, this metal wire still's a little tiny bit. The tiniest little bit. But I think I'll call it done. This little thingy. Once I fill in this tiny little space. Right here. There. Yeah, I think that part's good. Zoom out. Okay. Although I said it was good, but now that I zoom out, it looks kind of doesn't seem to match with the rest. Maybe I will. Oh, make sure I'm on a shading layer. Maybe I would just go. Oh, that was the same color. I think I'm gonna like this better. Yeah, it just seems to match the black shadow. Well, not black, but the really dark shadow from the shaft better. Follows that same line. So I will leave that like that. Let's save. Let's do a save real quick. Okay. That means we need to move on to this shield metal. This is pretty big. I'm not sure how to approach this. It all depends. Like the shield looks like it's pretty much straight up and down the way I drew it. So if the light really is coming from above, I don't think it's coming from straight above though. I think the way I've done the light makes it look more like it's coming from in front of him and above. So the shield would be pretty well lit. I haven't shaded anything else like this, but I'm gonna try just doing a few lines. Oh, I need a much better, yeah, here we go. Just to give it some dimension, so it's not like just flat and boring. Okay, let's go. Oh, maybe not that small. There we go. Just a little something. No, these are too close. It's getting there though. That's the kind of thing I was looking to do. Just add a little interest. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It gives it the look of metal. So now I just want to do some more shading on some of these undersides here and where these rivets are. So let's make the brush a bit smaller. So it doesn't have to be too much shading. I just want to show that this has thickness. It's not a piece of paper, it's a piece of metal. And a little bit more. Yeah. Maybe I'll zoom in a little more than this. Okay, let me go to this top corner. First, do the rivets. And then they should be casting a shadow as well. Actually, maybe I should do the shadow first and then I can erase. Let me make this smaller. I don't get why my tablet does that sometimes. Like I lift up my stylus and put it back down and it forgot that it was a tablet, and it's like, oh, you have no pressure control here. Full pressure. Okay, now I can erase these out. And do a more appropriate shadow inside of here. Just showing that it has dimension sticking out from the metal. Actually, yes, I will do some shadow along here too. To make it as if this outer piece of metal is raised higher than this little diamond-shaped piece. Okay, now let's clean this up. Oops, a little too much. Gently, gently, gently. Dang, keep doing a little too much. Add a little back. Smooth this out. Now maybe this would actually go kind of angular right there. Okay, now let's do these underneath shadows, like with the other side. Then you erase out the middle. And put in these. Let's do a little shadow on the side here too, because this is angled a bit, so it would have a shadow. Now, what else? This side, this inside part. I'm not gonna do inside on this diamond because I like how it looks like this outside part is overlaying this, so you can't actually see any shadow because just the angle it's being held at. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I know what I'm doing. Where are we now? So this is meant to be a tear, like a I think the character description said it was caused by a demon's talon cut through this shield. So the way I've designed it, this is meant to be like leather or something like that, a more fabric-y material. And this is metal. So I'm going to do a little shading as if because of this tear, the fabric is now casting a shadow on the metal that has been exposed by this damage. But the leather won't be too thick, so I'm not gonna make too much shadow, just a little bit, to make these layers stand out from each other and actually look like layers. Look like this shield is made of multiple layers of material. Erase that right there. Once I'm done with this, I'll have to remember to go back up top and finish what I was doing up there. I'm doing this shading kind of roughly here because the way this fabric, this leather or whatever, has been torn, it's kind of rough, so you might have some that's been shaved a bit but not actually completely torn away, so it would cast less of a shadow, that kind of thing. There, I think that looks good. Let's back out. Yep, and shield's getting nice, getting some nice depth, especially right here. It's starting to stand out and not look flat. Dang, I've got my humidifier going, but I've still got those like dry air coughs from yesterday. Okay, so we finished this as far as the shading goes. Up here, that's good. I'm gonna start getting some stuff on this side here, like right here. always be some shadow on the inside part here. I'm not sure if any would show. Just using my imagination right now, trying to think of where shadows should go based on where I've imagined my light source this entire time. I think it's probably fine the way it is. So let's zoom in a bit and get these rivets. Erase the middle. Alright, moving along, moving down. That's a bit too thick of one. Yeah, that's good. Good, good, good. This side. Under here. Yep. Let's do the rivets. Ooh, my back. Just leaning forward. Try and get my chair closer. It's hard because this floor is carpeted, so I can't really move my chair on it. I think that is a bit better though. Scoot it forward. Okay, got those rivets done. Next. This is pretty much all in shadow, so there's no next. Except moving on to the darker color. So let's do the same thing here, but instead of erasing, I'm going to have to use the lighter color to just fill back in. Gotta remember to do that, because if I erase, it's not going to be the look I want at all. Switching back to dark color, rivets, get this just a bit, not too much. Ah! No, erased it too much. Dang it, dang it. Okay, slowly, carefully. Slowly and carefully. Okay, but actually I want to add a little bit back. Just a little bit back right here. That's good, and I did want the little, I think, let me look at the top one. Yeah, I want the leather to look like it's on top of these triangles, diamonds. So do a little shadow here too. But not as deep, not as thick a shadow as from this metal, because this is the topmost layer, and this is the middle, so this one would definitely cast more shadow. Now I need to get this bottom curve. These big long curves are actually the hardest part because part of the shield in this, blast it. They're the hardest because they are so long and you have to keep the line even for that entire space. Let's see, this was this color, yes. Not to look thick enough because it's the bottom of the shield too, so I feel that's where the deepest shadows would be as well. But since it curves up, shadow needs to gently taper off. Yeah, it's a little too thick right there. That lighter color cover that up a bit. Oh, yes, that's nice. That is nice. Let's leave it like that. Though I do want to... This is a little bit too much right here. There. Now, where else needs some darker shading? I think it's pretty good. I just want to do those cool lines that make it look like metal. Oops, wrong color. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So especially here where I've just got these big lines going across. That really helps make it look like metal. Oops, no. You gotta match. Match up. And even in here. I'll just leave that. Moving up. Here. I think that's good. Hope it's good. Yeah, I think that is good. Because again, the shield is supposed to be like mostly lit up. It's not meant to be angled. He's holding it straight up and down. So I think this is a good way to show that it's reflecting stuff. There's a depth to it. Look at it with dark background. And you can see the shading even more. Dark background. That's good. I think that's all the metal too. I think I can move on to highlighting. Yes, so I need a new layer for that. Highlighting. Control G is what I have set to group the layers. Now, I'm going to start down here. Actually, I'm not going to do anything down there because way at the bottom, same principle as the feet. I don't really want to bring a lot of attention to the feet. So let's just leave that little whatever you'd call that, the end of the halberd. Let's move on to the actual halberd. The spear. Now, I'm going to have to select a bright color. I want it to be really light because it's super shiny metal. Nope. Come on. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't like that. Zoom out. No, don't like it as much zoomed out. Undo. Kind of want it to go straight down because the light source is supposed to be coming from basically in front of him. Just gotta get this. So it should be reflecting off the front, the top and front of everything, pretty much. How's that? Yeah, I think that's better. Next. These little things, just a little one. Ooh, too big. An even smaller one. Little tiny, little reflection. Not much, just have them stick out. Have them stick out from this. They're sticking out farther than this so they can catch more light. And here, I think I need the bigger size again. No, it wouldn't be there. Not sure what I think of that. This does look nice and shiny. Maybe if I just do bigger. Ah! Bigger one. Maybe I'll be happier with it. Ah, no. Ah. Maybe I will be happier. Grr. Blast it. I just want it to go in that spot right there. Okay, zooming out. Let's see if I like it better with a heavier. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, sword. Now, not much is going to be shiny on the sword. This part is shaded a lot by his body on this side and on this side. So I'm just going to do a little something like that and like that. Because this part's sticking out. Pommel is sticking out. Yeah, I think that's good. It makes it stand out because it is in front of the arm. So putting that bright highlight makes it stand out in front of these other things that are behind it. Two different pieces of arm. Now, time for the shield. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I think I definitely want to put a little shine. Or is that how I want to do it? Maybe I just do like this. Oh yeah, I think that's better. I was trying to think of it. Light's coming down, but the reason the viewer sees it is because it's also coming out. It's reflecting off, so it makes more sense for it to be on this inside corner than to be completely touching the edges. Ooh, that looks good. It's just one little tiny thing, but it makes it stand out really well, I think. Okay, let's do some highlights on these as well. Just to make them look like they are sticking out from everything else. Do a little right there. A little right there. It's good, it's good. Here also, I think, highlight there. Here's some more rivets. More rivets. Now here, since it's so low on the shield, I definitely won't use that color. I'm going to copy the regular, the base metal color, and that will be the highlight for these low parts because it's just so low and everything is in shadow down here. The reflection would not be as bright as up here where these rivets are not in shadow. I'm thinking about whether I should put any highlights going across the shield the way I've got these big shadow lines going across. But I'm actually thinking it looks pretty good the way it is. Because again, if he's mostly holding it straight up and down, it's not going to be catching huge light either. If the light's coming from really above. Maybe I'll just do one at the top. The way that the bottom of the shield is a little more in shadow. Maybe I'll just do a little one at the top. Let's see how it looks. Hopefully it looks all right. I don't know. No, I liked it better without that. Let's save real quick. Getting super close to done. All that's left is shading and highlighting the shield leather layer, and then adding the snake to the shield and the demonic script to the helmet, which I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do either of those yet, but there's still more to do before that, so I'll just leave that till then. Group it, and I want to just use the same colors as I used for this purple stuff. I think I just use one shadow color and one highlight color. I might need to come up with a second shadow color for the shield leather because it's a much bigger area, but we'll see. Something that I won't do, I'm not going to bring these lines here that go across the metal, I'm not going to bring them across the leather as well because the leather's not reflective like metal, so it doesn't make sense for it to have these big reflective lines like that. So instead I think I'm just going to do kind of one big swatch across. Need a huge massive brush. I don't really like it. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll do it like this. No, I don't like that. Dang, maybe I did use more than one purple color. Doesn't look like it though. If I draw it from here, nope, it's the same. Well, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll do a bit of hatching. Blech. No, I don't like that at all. Maybe I need a lighter. Instead of I thought I'd need another darker purple, but maybe I just need a lighter, darker purple. Huge brush, huge brush. Ah, I think maybe that's it. I think that looks much better. Zoom all the way out. I do a couple big hatching lines. Too thick. Like the idea. Okay, I think this is going to be the one place where I use a soft brush for shading because it's just not looking the way I want. Still not doing it. Okay. I'm not sure what I want, I think. Okay. Let's make this color even lighter. Let's just barely make it darker. We'll see. Click and click. Z. Control Z. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to do a layer, style, gradient overlay. And let's see. Is this even happening? What is this? Oh, I get it. Okay. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work on the shading layer. I didn't realize it still had shading left on there. Oh, they call it clipping mask too. Now, they used to call it group layers. Now it's clip. So I guess it's clip and everything now. So confusing. I wish they wouldn't rename stuff. Okay. I need to do this on this layer. Actually, I don't want to mess it up, so I'm going to make a copy. I don't want to mess up this in case I don't like it later and then I can't fix it. So now let's overlay a gradient. I don't want these colors though. Ah, that's what I wanted. I just wanted it to be a little... Just wanted a nice gradation. That's what I wanted. There, that's good. Now I will clip this layer again. I can feel confident shading now. Although, what I did was with the highlight color. Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I think I'm going to have to shade up here using the standard base color. Oops, too large. Let's make this all the way back to the top there. Make this really small here. Okay, bigger than that. Oh, okay, I need to rasterize this, or I think rasterize is what I need to do. Merge clipping. How do I... Okay, I'm gonna see if that works. Smart object and then rasterize. Yes, that's what I needed to do. That's weird. Why isn't this all the way filled in now? It was filled in before. Strange. Well, I guess I'll just fill it in with this background layer. For some reason this layer doesn't go as far out. Okay, back to shading. Moments like those is like, I'm not an expert at Photoshop. I just know enough to do what I want. I know enough to get the effect for my art, but I'm not completely versed in all the different Photoshop things. That should be a highlight, actually. Let's do a little shading here. As I go down, I might have to change shadow colors. Because the gradient will make it so that the shadow color doesn't stand out anymore. Silly windows. I was not trying to get that to show. Yep, let's select a darker. Select a shadow color from further down so it will stand out up here. was doing there, but I need to be a little more careful. Make it look like it affects the leather even more than just the cut. I already need to select a darker color. That is looking super good. I'm really happy with that. I think I need an even darker color than that for down here. Soon, get down. My dog Soon was bothering my cat Kiba. He's such a naughty boy. He thinks he's the police. He thinks he's the cat police. So he's putting them in their place, patrolling them, making sure they don't go places, regardless of whether they're allowed to or not. You naughty, naughty puppy. Let's do it right here, just a little bit. So I still need to do some highlights. So maybe what I will do is the opposite of what I did before. Select a higher up and oh, let's make sure I'm doing it on the right layer. New layer. Highlighting. Group it, clip it, whatever. There. Oh, that's not bright enough. Yeah, much brighter than that. Oops. Get a brighter color. Not too bright, just a little bit brighter for this top part. And up here I wanted some highlights right here to again show that this leather is the middle layer. So it should be catching some highlights from the light source. I think that's good for that. I think that looks good. Yay! Okay, zoom all the way out. Also, let's save. Whew. Oh, gotta stretch. These dang muscles are so sore. Gotta stretch them out. Okay. All the highlighting and shading is done. Now I need to to the shield snake demonic script, so I need to open that file. Where is it? It would be under artwork, commissions, Druchii group. Last 4. And there we go. Written character descriptions. Soon shush. Anytime he hears people talking outside of this room, Soon needs to let me know. Okay, here we go. Fiat Obsidian. That's the person we're working on. This will go through this and make sure I've got everything. Long black hair with some curl, blue eyes, mostly covered in armor, scar on his cheek, halberd, wooden, purple ribbon, and shield marked with the symbol of a serpent forming a Z with a demonic talon tear through it. Okay. Get OBS back up just so I can keep an eye on my stream. So how am I going to do a Z? A Z goes like this. But this shield, the way I've done it, it's going to have to be a really... Let's make another new layer. Serpent. I think I'm just going to start with a simple sketch in this layer. It's supposed to form a Z. Probably needs to go up like this, down like this. It still needs to be a serpent, so it still needs to be kind of round. Maybe I'll have it curve up like this. I think that's the best way to get it to fit in this shield shape. Okay, but I don't know what a snake looks like. I mean, I know what a snake looks like, but I can't draw a good one out of reference. I'm gonna look up snake. Google snake. No, I don't want to play Snake. I love that game, but I'm busy. Google is like, you could play Snake. That one's cool. That one has its fangs out. It doesn't say that in the description, though. I guess I need one from the side to mostly see what a snake looks like. Wow, some of these snakes are super cool. I love animals, they're so cool. Oh, that snake has 2 heads. Dang, dude. Oh, this one's great. This is a great reference image. It has a snake from the side and its mouth is open. Let's see. It sucks that Getty Images, whatever happened, so Google no longer has the view image button. What a dumb article. Okay, I hate news sites. All I want to see is the image. Okay, there we go. Dang. Just want to see what a snake looks like. Snake, snake, snake. Okay. Man, all that just to get a nice picture of a snake. All I need is general. Okay, I'm gonna make another layer. I will also call this one serpent. So I'm just gonna delete this one when I'm done with it. But I want to keep it for now, make it really translucent, just so I can see where this snake needs to fit in. So I can follow this guideline that I already drew. And this is super cool. Okay, snaky. I hope that I can... Snake is actually in the reverse. Nope. Nope. Already. It's facing the opposite way, and of course it's not angled like this. I'm just gonna do my best. Oops, wrong layer, blast it. Photoshop, why you gotta do that to me? Okay. And then the eyebrows go like that, the head comes back out like this. This actually comes down. And then the mouth hinges way the heck down to catch whatever prey, but I think it needs to be thinner. I made it look too happy. It needs to look fierce. It looks happy. Still looks happy. Well, whatever. It's just how it looks. Okay. Ah, no. Okay, let's make this brush smaller. I'm not controlling my line weight very well right now. And the eyes are pretty far forward. Well, this will make it look less happy. Still looks kind of like mischievous. Not satisfied with how this is looking. Okay, this needs to come way down here. Come up and meet there. I think that's better. They unhinge their jaws in order to fit their prey inside their expandable bodies. Okay. Smaller, 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 so I don't get too thick of lines here, because I'm going to zoom out. The rest of the body is just pretty much this line like this. Clean this eye up a little bit. Now I want to get rid of this layer and just follow this line. Blah, no. Let's do a little bit better than that. Still not happy with that. There, that's better. I like that much better. I liked it much better, but this part's too thin. Okay, it's good there. Erase it right there. Ha 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 ha. Nope, the body is getting too thin. It needs to get thicker toward the middle. There's all those great muscles to move it along. Okay, that's pretty good. It does get thinner towards the tail, so that's alright. But I don't like how that looks. Come on. Nice. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll zoom out and make sure. Tail needs to look round rather than... Snake tails aren't really pointy, they're rounded off. Zoom out, zoom out. I still don't like this area. I need a bigger eraser, make sure I'm erasing that. Come on. So close, so close. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm just gonna try to get it in here. Nope. Nope. Come on, straight down. Okay, now we're getting there. I just need to connect these two. No, it's too thin. Don't get too thin. There. Now I wonder if this is solid enough. It is, yay. Oh, no, it's not. It's not connected there. Okay. Oh, because... Okay. So just... Ah, no. No, 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 no. Paintbrush. What I'm trying to do is select only the inside of this snake so that I can fill it in with a texture. And that way it can look more interesting and more like a snake without me having to draw like a million individual scales on it, which might end up looking too busy anyway. So let's see now if I can select it. I'm not sure if I did. Yeah, there's something I missed. And if I turn the tolerance way down, try lower tolerance, see if I can get it. Nope. What am I missing? There must be some point where these lines aren't connected. Try and make sure I get them all right here. Should be connected from here to here, here to here. Pretty sure these are all going to be connected because I drew them all in one fell swoop. Maybe it's around the head. Oh, I see it right here. This is not connected here. Also, these lines look kind of weak compared to the rest, so I'll make those look better while I'm at it. Alright, maybe that was it. Yep, that was it. That little spot. So what I'm going to do is first make the selection, expand it. Maybe not by 5, maybe just 3. So that it goes a little bit farther into the lines themselves. Now, Kiwi, I'm busy. And cat wants in my lap. Kiba, busy boy. I don't know if you can hear his little meows. Come here. Ow. I don't know why he can't just jump up like normally. He always claws my leg to drag himself up. Okay, back to what I was doing. I want to do a layer. I'm going to call it texture. A layer underneath the serpent layer. We'll just should make it. I'll make it white just for now. Just fill this in. Deselect. What I'm going to do is, let's get zoomed in a little bit more. Take this texture layer, go to layer, style, and do a pattern overlay. Just want to get something to give it some texture. Kind of like scale, so I'm sure I won't find flowers. No. What else? Oh yeah, maybe something like this with. That looks kind of. Oh. Ooh, let's see. Make it. No, Kiva, you can't get on my desk. Kitty's always on my lap, but then it's like, actually, we want on your desk, not on your lap. Let's see what different blend modes look like. So in the end, what I want to do is make these layers not 100% opaque anyway. Yeah, maybe I should keep that at 100. Pin light looks pretty good. Let's stick with that and see what this looks like. I'm going to make these both the same level of transparent. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look. I think that's good. I just don't like the... I want to make this a different color. I don't know if I maybe want to make it darker. And it makes it so you can't even see the texture though. Maybe I want to make it a color. Maybe make it a different... Ooh, but if I make it blue... Can't even see it with the way that... Oh. Okay, let me see something. Gotta change the pattern overlay settings. Change from pin light to something else. Oh ho! Linear light. That shows the color. Ooh, vivid light. I like that. Zoom in a little bit more. I like vivid light, but now you can't really see the pattern very much, so I think I need to I think I need to try a different one. Whew, darker color really makes it dark. Whoa, linear burn, can't even tell it's a snake. Ooh, color burn? Ooh, I like that. Maybe color burn is what I need. Zoom out again so I can see the whole thing and edit the color of this layer again. Saturation down a bit. So I thought maybe blue would be good because it would tie the blue, let's colorize it. The blue of the armor and everything else could be something that ties it in. But it still needs to look good with the purple. How's that? Yeah, it's a little too obvious what I'm trying to do. I don't want it to look blatant. Whoa. Kind of like that. I think maybe also kind of like that. Also, I want to make this even more transparent because it's meant to be part of the leather, at least the way I'm doing it. I don't want it to look like its own thing, like sort of stacked on top. And I think it shouldn't stand out more than this slice through that leather. Plus, if this guy is so battle worn, probably however the serpent was made on this leather, it'll be worn out too. I'm liking how that's looking. I'm still just looking at it, but I think that that's good. Zoom out some more. Isn't it's not like in your face, because this is just another accessory. It's not the main focus of this drawing. But you can still tell it's there. Then it brings together the purple and the blue on one item. Maybe the only thing I want to do is add another effect. Add a gradient overlay. Oh, let's make it really, yeah, so that it has the same gradient, same strength of gradient as the leather does. The way the shield has this gradient from light purple to dark purple. Do the same thing on the snake. Maybe it's a little too strong though. Turn it down just a bit. That's better. Okay, let's save this. So I think that's good. So I've got the shield snake. All I've got to do is the demonic script, and then technically this will be done, but I've been doing a pattern background for each of these. I'm going to open a different character's file and just copy the background so that they all have that same look, same finished look. So now I need to go to the helmet, back to the helmet, make a new layer. I'll just call it script, clip it. So now didn't have a reference image for the snake, but I do have a reference image for this demonic script. So I'm just going to do my best. And it's basically just a code. This script is just a one-for-one. It's not like its own language. So the way I'm going to do this, I think it'll be better to write in white. I remember the description says a fine demonic script. So it needs to be pretty thin. Hopefully my handwriting is good enough for this, especially since these are letters I've never written before. And it says inlaid all over with this script. So to be honest, I'm just gonna go in alphabetical order. I'm just gonna write A, B, C, etc. Like it's hard enough. It's hard enough to write this and try to make it look like it's written by someone who actually uses this language. I'm not going to leave it white like this. I'm just writing it in white, and then I'm going to mess with the opacity and stuff like that, like I've done for other detail layers thus far. Whoa, what happened there? Yeah, that looks good. I have to stretch again. Every time I move, I just feel like I really need a stretch. I'm really excited because my home gym has, so they do these like Le Mi, I think they pronounce it, Le Mi, group fitness classes, and I love the ones that I've done. I've done body pump, which is weightlifting, cardio weightlifting to music, and body combat, which is kind of like Tai Bo, like fighting based cardio, but it's also put to music, so it's even more fun. Because the first fitness thing I ever did where I was like, wow, I do like being active was DDR, so I love doing anything to music. These classes are right up my alley, and they announced a new spring class schedule, and it includes a class I've always wanted to do but never fit into my schedule, body flow, which is stretching. It's based on yoga with like Pilates and other stuff in it. And I'm just really excited to try it out, because one thing that all the fitness stuff I do, one thing that's really lacking is my stretching. Like, yeah, I do stretching, but I don't do any like intense flexibility practice to try and really improve my flexibility. And that's really important, because if you don't work on that, you're just going to get injured in the end, because no matter how strong you get, if you can't handle that, if your tendons and ligaments can't handle it, you're just going to keep getting hurt. So having to stretch so much today makes me think of how much I'm looking forward to trying that new class. Supposedly on Thursday, I need to double check. It said the schedule was effective starting yesterday, so I should be able to try that out on Thursday morning. Maybe it'll help with my sore muscles too. Every time I really push myself, which I try to do every time I work out, I was just so sore afterwards, like, wow. It's good though, because I'm definitely seeing results. Been working out this hard since last May-ish. That's when I joined the gym. Started doing these classes pretty soon after that. And I just haven't stopped because they definitely worked. My muscles are like just getting so defined. I've never been this toned in my life. Super excited about it. So hopefully doing these yoga inspired class will help my poor sore muscles. My whole upper body, it's like I woke up and I was sore and it just keeps getting more sore, like delayed onset muscle soreness. That's what this is. This is inlaid all over, but I don't want it to get too crazy with this demonic script, so I'm gonna not do here on this nose guard. I'm not gonna do these sides of the cheek guards, but I will do like coming down like this, and I had better do all across here because it says all over, so it really needs to look like the majority of it is covered. I'm trying to write these so that they look like they're angling away with the helmet. It's like the helmet rounds. It's not a flat thing, it's going around the head, so I'm going to try my best to write these characters with that effect in mind. Starting to forget where I am in this alphabet. Moved on to a second iteration of writing the whole alphabet. Let's see, this was F, so there's a line right there. G. I'm gonna check something. I can't see the chat right now because I've got this. Okay, no one's in the chat. If I don't respond to you in the chat, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because this reference image is taking up my whole second screen. Okay, where was I? G, H, I. I and J are pretty much the same, so I'm just going to do them both. In fact, they look the same to me. L, M, N, O, and we'll do P right here too. I think that looks good. I just want to zoom out and see. Yeah, I think that's giving it the right effect. It looks like kind of like a little hieroglyphic effect. So where was I? P, I think? Okay. Q, R, S, T, U, U and B are the same, so I guess I'll just draw two of them. W is two of these. I guess I didn't do two alphabets. Okay, X is pretty wild. Whoop. There. Y is also pretty wild. And then another no. And Z. Looks like an M and an H put together. Okay, now I'm really starting out back at A. P. barely see these now. D. There's this little line at the bottom. E. And I guess it'll probably be a little bit of line visible right there. How's that? Wondering if maybe I shouldn't actually take the script as far as I was thinking. Maybe I'm just gonna fill in this area and see what I think about that. It might actually be better not being too filled in. So let's start again. Oh wait, where was I? I was on F, I think. Let's start with G. I'm again gonna try my best to make it look like it's got perspective because it's curling down from the top of the head. I'm going to be an expert in this script by the time I'm done. Maybe. I'm just going to make it look like it carries on under this part. See how that looks. I think I might like it like that. That was P, and we go with Q again. This part of the alphabet I can do. Just looks like a bunch of flags. Oh, and then these letters are just wild. Whoop, an N, a U, and an M all connected. And a bunch of M's here. Hey, that's good, that's good. Maybe what I need to do is not like fill in every square inch. Maybe if I did a line of text going through here and going out this way. I think that's looking pretty good the way it is. I'm going to try that next. Where was I? Y, Z. And back to A, B, C, and M with a big line and a line, E, F, G. Wonder if this would have benefited if I changed it from smoothing subtle, but there's no way I'm drawing all these again. H. Wow, G is almost the same as these. U and V. But here's U, V, K. Huh, it's weird. These don't go in alphabetical order. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. L. Okay. Going to make it turn at this point. Start moving up. R S T U V W X is this wild one with lots and lots of bumps. Yeah, I think that's good. It gives it the look of being inlaid all over without being totally inundated with letters. I didn't want to just leave it like this though. I didn't want to just leave it being white over everything else. So I think first I'm going to do opacity 50, and then I believe, I haven't used it in a long time, but I think this bevel and emboss can give it the look like it's carved into. Let's see, oh, down. Oh. Let's see, stroke emboss. Ooh, what the heck? And zoom in. Nope. Zoom in. I need to look more closely at what this is doing. I think that's the effect I want, but I don't know. Ah, no. Let's see. Outer bevel. Nope. That sticks out. Inner bevel. No. Emboss. What is this? Stroke emboss. I don't really see anything though. Okay, that's not working. Okay, I think I'm getting there. Okay, the depth is too much, I think. Or no. I don't want it to look silly. The size is too much. Oh! But if I change this contour. No. I think these are so small. No, cancel is what I wanted. I'm gonna delete that effect. Maybe what I need to do is just drop shadow or something like that. Let's see, or maybe I'll just do a stroke, do just 1 pixel. Yeah, it's kind of rough. One pixel. And then if I do outer glow, might make it look cool. Let's pick this color. No, I'm not liking any of these. I think I just like it being white. Ooh, I have an idea. I'm going to copy this layer, put it underneath it. Then I will change it to black instead of white. Let's see, this script is going to have to be 100% in order for it to work though. In order for what I'm thinking of to work, have an idea. Let's see. I just move it up. Oops. Need a little moving thing. Yeah, that kind of gives it the look of a shadow. But I don't think that looks like it's inlaid. Maybe if I make the opacity even less. Ooh. Oh yeah. Save real quick. When I zoom out, that's the effect I wanted. I just wanted to look like these letters were not just set on top. They're carved into this helmet. That was what I was going for. I think I'm done with the color. I can turn off these notes. I think I'm done with everything except for getting the right background. Let's open this guy's buddy that I already finished. I don't know if they're buddies, but they're buddies because they live in the same folder on my computer. Another huge file. Come on, computer, you can do it. Let me drag this over. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. So I had this. Okay, I wasn't doing the texture on their individual pictures. I was doing the texture on the final picture that I'm doing of each group of characters. There's 2 groups. And that's where I put the texture on it. Cool damask texture. I am obsessed with damask. It's so cool. Okay, final background. And I think I've just been using pretty much the same color for everyone, so I'm just going to copy these colors from the gradient and get the gradient tool. Make sure it's on just a simple from top to bottom gradient, and this color combo. From top, hold shift so that it will be a straight line. Have it start and end at the top and bottom of the picture. And there we go. Now I wonder, I think maybe I should, because there's more room on this guy, top and bottom, that this guy is like right at the edge, so I think I need to make the canvas size bigger. So we've got, I think the width is fine, so let's just make the height, I don't know, maybe 7,000. I'll have to do the background again. I think that might be good, so let's do this background again. Hold shift so that's straight line. See how that looks. Actually kind of don't like, he's not centered. Whoops. I want him to be centered, so I'm going to anchor it to this side so that when the canvas goes out, it'll go out a little further this way. Let's just make it 4,500 and see. Maybe. Maybe a bit more. Anchor it to the right so it'll expand out to the left. Let's go 4,600. What's half of 4,600? I don't know. Let's see what the Photoshop thinks. That's pretty good. That's pretty centered. So I'll leave it like that. You do the gradient one more time. From top to bottom, holding shift. Fill in that final background again. So we can close this guy. Done with him. And I think this is good. Let's see if I can Oh, not 150, 15%. How's that? Oh, no, doesn't look good. Alright, let's save it. Once this is saved, I can call this complete. Well, I'm really happy I was able to get this done today after all. I thought I might be able to. And right on time with my normal 2-hour window. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll start on another one of these characters. I have 2 more left to finish. Thank you for watching.